of Numbers. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to Aaron and his sons and tell them, 'This is how you shall bless the Israelites. Say to them, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord let his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord look upon you kindly and give you peace. So shall they invoke my name upon the Israelites, and I will bless them.'" The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
May God bless us in his mercy. May God have pity on us and bless us. May he let his face shine upon us. So may your way be known upon earth, among all nations, your salvation.
May God bless us in his mercy.
May the nations be glad and exult, because you rule the peoples in equity. The nations on the earth you guide.
May God bless us in his mercy.
May the peoples praise you, O God. May all the peoples praise you. May God bless us, and may all the ends of the earth fear him.
May God bless us in his mercy. May God bless us in his mercy.
A reading from the letter of St. Paul to the Galatians. Brothers and sisters, when the fullness of time had come, God sent his Son, born of a woman, born under the law, to ransom those under the law, so that we might receive adoption as sons. As proof that you are sons, God sent the Spirit of his Son into our hearts, crying out, "Abba, Father." So you are no longer a slave, but a son. And if a son, then also an heir through God. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God. Let us now honor the Holy Gospel. Altogether, in the past, God spoke to our ancestors through the prophets. In these last days, he has spoken to us through the Son.
Alleluia,
The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, O Lord.
The shepherds went in haste to Bethlehem and found Mary and Joseph and the infant lying in the manger. When they saw this, they made known the message that had been told them about this child. All who heard it were amazed by what had been told them by the shepherds. And Mary kept all these things, reflecting them in her heart. Then the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all they had heard and seen, just as it had been told to them. When 8 days were completed for his circumcision, he was named Jesus, the name given him by the angel before he was conceived in the womb. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
My dear brothers and sisters, on the first day of the year, the Church celebrates the solemnity of Mary, the Mother of God. Mary is the woman referred to by St. Paul in our second reading today when he writes, "When the fullness of time had come, God sent his Son, born of a woman." And so Mary is truly the Mother of God. All the titles we give to Mary, and there are hundreds of them, all of them are rooted in this very important title that Mary is the Mother of God. And I would even say that the most important title, the greatest honor that we could ever give Mary is the title of being the Mother of God. For any woman, especially mothers, that is the greatest title that could be given you, Mother. There are mothers who are also doctors or lawyers, professionals, women who have many degrees. And yet for many mothers, for many women, they would say that there is no greater title that could be given them than that of being a mother. Ang sarap pakinggan para sa isang nanay na tawagin siyang nanay. And so today we honor Mary as the Mother of Jesus, as the Mother of God. And it is very fitting that we start the year with Mary, the Mother of God, and our Mother too. Because in many firsts, in many beginnings in our life, our mothers are always there. Maraming una at maraming bago sa ating buhay na palaging ang kasama natin ay ang ating nanay. Usually, it is the mother who first senses if a life is in her womb. Sino ang unang nakakaalam niyan? Sino ang unang nakakaramdam niyan? Ang nanay. At the moment of birth, the mother is there. And at many instances, the many firsts of our life, the first time we walk, the first time we speak, the first time we do things, our mothers are there. And so it is very fitting that we start the new year with Mary, our mother, and the Mother of God. Because she accompanies us as we enter the new year. And she will always be there by our side to help us see to it that the new year and every day of this coming year would truly be blessed by the Lord. Mary teaches us how to make the new year truly blessed. In our gospel today, the shepherds arrived at the stable where Jesus was born. And they found things as been told to them by the angel. At kinwento nila ito kay Maria at kay Jose. They narrated to Mary and Joseph what the angel told them. And when Mary heard these things, according to our gospel, Mary kept all these things, reflecting on them in her heart. Nang marinig ni Maria yung kwento ng mga pastol tungkol sa ibinalita sa kanila ng anghel, itinanim ni Maria, itinago ni Maria sa kanyang puso at kanyang pinagbulay-bulayan, kanyang pinagnilayan. And in many instances in the Gospels, Mary would be described as that woman who would keep things in her heart. Lalong-lalo na yung mga mahalagang yugto sa buhay ni Jesus, yung mga bagay na yon, itinatago ni Maria sa kanyang puso. Mary kept all these things in her heart. And so when we open the heart of Mary, what will we find there? The memories of Jesus. Alaala ni Jesus. My dear brothers and sisters, as we end 2023, it might be good to check what is there in your heart. What have you been keeping in your heart? Ano kaya ang laman ng puso natin? Do we keep beautiful memories, happy memories, or are we keeping sad memories, painful memories? Do we keep good things about other people, or are we keeping bad things about them? Ano ang itinatago mo sa iyong puso? Anong alaala ang daladala ng puso mo ngayong magtatapos ang taong ito? And so, as we enter the new year, it is good to create beautiful memories. Memories that are worth keeping in our hearts. You know, the most popular way of keeping memories nowadays is through pictures. Ang hilig-hilig nating magpicture. Kami po tuwing pagkatapos ng misa, pagpasok namin dyan sa sacristy, nagpipicture kami. Linggo-linggo naman kami nagkikita. Pero tuwing linggo pagkatapos ng misa, magdadasal kami, pagkatapos magdasal, picture. And that is one good way of keeping memories, happy memories, good memories, so that when you look back at those pictures, you will remember not only what happened, but even the emotions attached to what happened, to the events that you are trying to recall. But please do not just keep your memories in your cell phones. Kasi yung cellphone, pwedeng makorrupt yan. Pwedeng mawala yan. Keep your memories in your heart like Mary. But there is one thing that Mary did. She did not only keep things in her heart, she reflected on them. What do we mean by reflecting on these things? To reflect is to see the meaning of things and events in our life. To reflect is not just to see the events, but to see the hand of God moving in our lives. Kapag nagninilay tayo, hindi lamang natin tinitingnan kung ano yung nangyari. Tinitingnan natin kung paanong kumikilos ang kamay ng Diyos doon sa mga nangyayari sa ating buhay. To reflect is to find significance in the many things that happen in our life. Madaming nangyayari sa ating buhay. At kapag hindi tayo nagninilay, pwedeng lumampas lang yon. Pero kapag pinagninilayan natin, when we reflect on the things that happen to our lives, then we see God's meaning, God's purpose. We see the significance of our lives. To reflect is to see the treasures that God gives us every day. Kaya po magandang matuto tayo nung pagninilay. Do we spend time reflecting on the things that happen to us? Because if not, then they may just pass by, be ignored, and be wasted. Our first reading today talks about blessings. God said to Moses, "This is how you will bless the people." And this is what we call as the priestly blessing. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord let His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord look kindly upon you and give you His peace. Take note, my dear brothers and sisters, that these blessings remind us that the blessings come from the Lord. Ang biyaya ng gagaling sa Panginoon. Tayo pong mga Pilipino kapag bagong taon, kung saan-saan natin inaasa ang ating biyaya at kapalaran. Ang biyaya hindi nanggagaling sa damit na polka dots. Ang biyaya hindi nanggagaling sa mga prutas sa lamesa, kahit ilan pa yan. Ang biyaya hindi nanggagaling sa bulsa na lalagyan ng pera mamayang madaling araw. Ang biyaya hindi nanggagaling sa pansit na hindi ginugupit. Kahit magkahirin-hirin ka, hindi pwedeng putulin ang pansit. Where does blessing come from? Our first reading reminds us, from the Lord. That is why I thank you, my dear brothers and sisters, for being here this evening as we welcome the new year, because we can only start the year right when we start the year with the Lord. Thank you for being here, for starting the new year, for welcoming the new year with the Lord. And if we start with the Lord, then all blessings will follow. But we need to reflect. dapat matutong magnilay. Because if we do not reflect, the blessings might just pass us by. Many blessings are wasted and ignored simply because we do not reflect on them. Ang daming nasasayang na biyaya kasi hindi pinagnilayan. Akala mo kung ano lang, pero pag pinagnilayan mo, biyaya pala ng Diyos na ibinibigay sa iyo. And so like Mary, let us have hearts that treasure good memories and good things. But let us also have reflective hearts, hearts that know how to look at things and events and experiences from the perspective of God. And if we have that kind of heart, then we will see everything as God's blessing, as treasures given to us by God worth keeping in our hearts. Mga minamahal na kapatid, matuto po tayong magnilay. Kapag marunong tayong magnilay, hindi nasasayang ang buhay. Matuto tayong tumigil, isipin yung ating mga nagawa, isipin ang mga nangyari, isipin ang mga taong nakasalamuha, at tingnan natin kung ano ang sinasabi ng Diyos sa atin sa pamamagitan ng mga ito. Kung nagninilay tayo, walang masasayang sa ating buhay. Lahat magiging mahalaga, lahat magkakaroon ng kahulugan at saysay. At makikita natin ang lahat bilang biyaya ng Diyos. Now, I remember one story that Cardinal Chito Tagle told us. He was still a very young priest then, and he was invited to give a retreat in Baguio. Nasa Baguio siya para magbigay ng retreat. Now, it happened that while he was giving the retreat in Baguio, one of his relatives in Cavite passed away. And so he decided to go down to attend the funeral, to preside at the funeral mass of that relative. At umuwi siya sa Cavite. He took the bus from Baguio and went home to Cavite. And after the mass, he took the bus again and returned to Baguio para ipagpatuloy yung retreat. Now, when he was narrating this story to his spiritual director, if I'm not mistaken, it was the great Father Thomas Green, a Jesuit priest. He was narrating this story. After narrating this story, Father Thomas Green asked him, Chito, what bus did you take going down and returning to Baguio? Ordinary bus or an air-conditioned bus? Sabi niya, sa dami-dami na pwedeng itanong doon sa kwento ko, bakit yung bus ang papakialaman mo? And so he said, well, because I was rushing, going home, and the only available bus was an air-conditioned bus, so I took the air-conditioned bus going home. At nung pabalik na ako, dahil the difference of the rate is just very little, then I took the aircon bus returning to Baguio. And Father Green said, well, going home, because you are rushing, you want to go home immediately, it is understandable that you take the first available bus, the air-conditioned bus. But you were not rushing back to Baguio. So why did you take an air-conditioned bus? And then the question, where is the following of Christ? Sabi ni Cardinal Chito sa amin, bakit ko ba naikwento pa yun? You know, when I heard that story, it had an impact in my life. Many times when I have to make decisions, kahit na yung saan kakain, anong kakainin, saan pupunta, saan sasakay, anong bibilhin, I would take time to reflect and ask things. Why this and not that? Why will I choose this and not this? Reflection. So that we may see the hand of God and we may see where God leads us. My dear brothers and sisters, as we celebrate this Mass, the last Mass of the year, and the Mass that enables us to welcome worthily the new year, let us thank the Lord for 2023. Maraming magagandang bagay na dadalhin natin sa ating puso dahil sa 2023. Marami ring mga bagay na nagpasakit at nagpabigat sa ating puso ngayong 2023. Let us look at them from the perspective of God so that they may become blessings. And because of this, we can be thankful. Let us entrust to the Lord this coming new year, 2024. And let us ask the help of the prayers and intercessions of Mary, our Mother, the Mother of God, our Mother of Hope, so that having a heart like hers, a heart that treasures all things, a heart that reflects on the goodness of God, we may have a happy and blessed new year.